Hello everyone, welcome to our Accounting 203 Income Tax Accounting class online this spring. We're so grateful and excited to work with you and to have you join this class. So what this podcast will hopefully do is help you feel comfortable with finding all the resources that are available to learn our income tax accounting this semester. So first of all, this is the main page in a Brightspace that we're going to use. We put all of the things that you will use most often at the top, so you can one-click content. Drop boxes is how we turn in assignments. Discussion boards, check your grades, your class progress. Resources will include things like library resources as well as tutoring. Here in the middle will be our news feed that will be updated each week. Tell us what things are coming up. This has got the information for the first week. My contact information and picture are here. So there's my email. You can also just email through the system. At the top, you'll be able to find that email link, as well as my number, where my office is at the building, and most likely place to get me is my personal Zoom room, which is linked here and also on the syllabus. So that's the main page. As you go down further, there is content browser and a calendar. And very important, way down in the corner is your link to McGraw-Hill Connect. So this is where you can go to the version of the textbook that is Connect, and all your assignments and things that are done through the Connect system can be available there, but they will also be linked in the individual assignments. So let's go to our content and let's look at the introduction learning module, and we see we have a couple versions of our syllabus. One is a Word document, one's a PDF. Okay, there's also an introduction where I've introduced myself and hope that you'll join in and introduce yourself as well. Let's pull up the syllabus and just kind of highlight a few things that are most important. First of all, my online office hours, Monday, Wednesday, 10 to 11, okay, and Tuesday evening, 7:30 to 9. That's times I'll be just in the Zoom room, personal Zoom room, which is linked here as I promised, okay, waiting to see if anybody has any questions. So you just can log on there and ask questions or whatever. If those times don't work, please set an appointment, let me know, and we'll make other times available. Phone number on campus, phone number for administrative assistant, for lots of different folks. So if you leave a message, please make sure you indicate who it is for. Some description of the class, the textbook. Notice the ISBN number. You have the code for the Connect system. We're going to use it for preparing tax returns. We're going to get Tax Act software through the Connect system, and we're going to do some textbook review for points through the Connect system. So we need to have that access. It can be fully electronic. You can get a physical textbook and electronic, however you'd like to do that. All right, but there's the information you'll need to do that. Our learning outcomes are schedule of activities by week. Everything is organized by week. All right, how we're going to learn and do things, what our requirements are. Let's talk about some of the grading and some of the things that requirements here. First of all, homework. All right, each chapter, each week there will be homework assignments that you will do. That you find them in the Dropbox. We'll give you the instructions as to which problems in the textbook you are going to do. You want to do the homework, then submit that into the Dropbox. Then you'll be able to watch a video which will allow you to be able to see corrected answers. You make corrections, explanations, highlight those corrections, and put those back in the Dropbox. So the original homework will be due on Saturday. The corrections will be due by Monday night. So as long as you make those corrections, you get 10 points. If you don't, then your score will be adjusted accordingly. Each chapter will also have a reading review in the Connect system, which you'll see a link to in your reading, and then you'll be able to answer questions, and you just keep answering them until you get them all right. So you get 10 points as long as you complete those questions and get them correct. So you have the whole week to do that. That will be due by Friday. Reading review by Friday, homework by Saturday. All right, is your schedule each week. Okay, discussion boards. This is to teach us how to find answers that are not in a typical textbook from some of the sources of tax law. And so what we'll do in each discussion, we'll introduce kind of a new source of tax law. The first one here will be about the Circular 230 that is pointed out in Chapter 1. All right, and your discussion answers need to indicate a response and complete explanation of your response, as well as a citation as to where you found it. And the citation process is different than what we're used to in a like English class or something. We're citing tax law, and so the citation notation is a little different. You'll see many examples in the textbook in the appendix to Chapter 1, and also in the PowerPoint slides that go along with Chapter 1. So those are where your citations should look like that and be things that are, when you find information, you need to give credit back there, so specifically so that others can find the same answer. All right, that will be each week. You'll have that. You'll need to post at least twice and read the instructions carefully to make sure that your postings answer the questions that are asked. Those will be, the original will be due on Saturday and the follow-up by Tuesday. So the original is on the same schedule as the homework, and the other one, the follow-up is you got an extra day till Tuesday. Okay. During like week 5, we'll start using Tax Act software to prepare tax returns. There's instructions on how to use the Tax Act software in the back of your Chapter 1 in the appendix. There's also lots of help inside the Tax Act software. You want to make sure that you have that downloaded and ready to go well before that week, so that you don't have to fiddle with that during the week that it's due, and you have to do them. Our tests will be problem-oriented, more like long answer problems, not multiple choice, not true false, that sort of thing. It will be applying a tax scenario, that sort of thing. And you will have 3 tests, one on chapters 1 through 5. The second one will be on chapters 6 through 9, and 12 and 13. And the last one will be on chapter 11, 14, and 15. All right, and they are, download them. They'll be in Dropboxes. You download the Word document, answer the questions, upload it back into the Dropbox. You'll have a week to complete it. We'll have weeks set aside for test 1, where all that we'll do is the test and the tax returns, and then test 2 and tax returns, and then the last week will be for the test 3, or the final exam. Here's how our points will work out, and how that will determine your grade. Okay, we want you to participate, couple of times a week at least. Make sure that you keep track of what things are due and what you need to accomplish each week. Just because you can do it any time does not mean that there aren't due dates and things that are expected. Okay, if you need to withdraw or have any problem with dishonesty, if you don't know what constitutes cheating, please do not do someone else's work. Do not share answers on the exams. We want you to learn this material for yourself so that you can be a professional going forward. If you need accommodations, there's links and information about contacts there as well. So you can review all of those and ask for help as needed. So that's how things are graded, how things will work, how things are in the syllabus. If I go to the content, though, for the first actual learning module, week 1, okay, there's always an introductory blurb, hopefully something that maybe make you chuckle or something. Then there'll be a submodule called Reading and Explanation, where there'll be PowerPoint slides explaining what your chapter reading, my explanation, podcasts or videos, whatever you want to call them, of what you read using the PowerPoint slides. Then there's the chapter review, as we mentioned, linked to the Connect system, where it asks you lots of questions, and you just have to get them correct. Answer them as many times as you need to. Then there's the discussion submodule, which will have a discussion board that's just for questions, that has no due date or open or close or anything. And then the graded discussion, which will have an open and close, as well as information in that as to what questions you should answer and how you should respond to that. Then the homework submodule with the Dropbox that'll tell you which problems to do from the textbook. And then once you have submitted that, you'll be able to actually view the homework review video. If you haven't submitted, this you'll not be allowed to. You may see it, but you will not be able to access it. And that's how each module is set up. Okay, they each all have the same submodules, so that everything is easy to find. What will differ is obviously what learning objectives there are each chapter. So hopefully that will help you find all the things that will help you be successful in this class. But if you find you don't know something or can't figure something out, please don't hesitate to use the class questions, okay, general discussion board to ask me or your colleagues questions about what you're seeing in the class.